show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Money's coming to me.
As the Russia investigations by Congress and the special counsel intensified this week,
new sweeping sanctions on Russia.
Members of his campaign met with the Russians.
Donald Trump Jr. says we got money from Russia.
What more does the president need to know about Russians' interference with the election?
with tough sanctions for Russia.
Being tough on Russia.
Russia to Russian.
Russia.
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 To Russian.
Russia.
If I hear Russia one more time, I'll go nuts. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. My Lord, these TV shows on Sunday, all they talked about is Russia. Don't we have more important things to talk about? Who cares about Russia? Why don't we start talking about what's important for this country? How about the promise that Trump laid down that if we elect him as president, he promised to bring down the drug prices. He would make deals with drug companies. He would implement laws that will allow importation of drugs from Canada and other countries. That's not happening. That's what we got to be talking about. Never mind Russia. Who cares? Let's talk about wages. Let's get our wages higher. How about our wages? And let's start importing these drugs from Canada now, especially a new cancer-fighting drug that is sold in Canada, get this, for $4 a pill. But you know what they sell it here? The big pharmas sell it here for? $1,000 a pill. The same exact pill, but we can't get it. We can't get it. It's against the law. This is crazy. This is crazy. Well, the stock market today has not been doing much. We've been down all day, around 50 points, 41 points. You know, the stock market, there's no question, we're in the midst of one of the biggest stock market bubbles in history, and nobody's paying attention. The fear meter, the VIX, that measures the amount of fear investors have, is the lowest in history. Nobody cares because everybody's depending on not to worry. The government will continue, the Federal Reserve, not the government, the Federal Reserve, the private banking cartel owned by the richest people in the United States, will continue to make sure interest rates are low, keep printing trillions and trillions of dollars to inject into the stock market for every time it pulls back to make sure it goes back up. Crazy. The market, even though we're in a bubble, and this bubble we're in now is bigger than the two previous bubbles combined, the dot-com bubble, the housing bubble. The market is in the midst of prosperity without profits. Oh, we hear every day how earnings are terrific. They're going to be at 6%, which is a bunch of garbage. It's all fake, those earnings. Remember, the market does not rally to earnings or earnings growth. It rallies due to the injection of $16 trillion in liquidity. And unless we start shifting from the central bank's continued injection of this liquidity to real economic fundamentals, it's just a matter of time that this economy will implode, and so will the stock market. And many people who are in these 5 and 6 stocks, the alphabet stocks, the FANG stocks as they call them, are going to get killed because they're not going to know when to get out of those stocks. The most important thing when you are investing is, when do I get out? So here we have a market. There is no fear at all. People have no fear. Matter of fact, short selling is over. People don't short anymore. Those who used to short the market, they're now buying on the dips. Every time it pulls back, ever so slightly, they buy on the dip. We haven't had a 5% pullback in this market in 262 days. No fear. They're going to keep printing money and put it into the market. Complacency is at the highest ever. Even Aunt Bee said, and remember, she continues to hallucinate prosperity every day when she talks in front of Congress and the camera, how she doesn't think we'll see a correction again in her lifetime. She's crazy. Yeah, if you look at the economy, the real economy, real jobs, real wages, overtime, all in a downward spiral, but nobody talks about that because they can mask it nicely by these historic highs. Every day the rally, new historic high. New historic high. And Wall Street continues to trade into the promise of these big tax cuts, the new infrastructure, the replace and repeal of Obamacare, which is not happening. And it's not going to happen. And again, what happened to the candidate, Trump, who said, if you elect me as your president, I will promise to bring down the drug prices by making deals with drug companies, implementing laws that will allow the importation of drugs from Canada and other nations. Unfortunately for President Trump, which he really thought he could fill that promise. He thought he would bring other people in to his administration, billionaire businessmen, CEOs, Wall Street moguls, from Goldman Sachs, the Carlyle Group, former lobbyists, lawyers, consultants from big pharmas, big healthcare companies, brought them all in, who he thought would write legislation, laws, that, again, these same people, would write these laws as legislation towards his goals. He thought they believed in his goals to make this law, to make the pharmaceutical companies bring down prices. Same thing with the healthcare. He really thought these people he brought in was on his side and would do these things and would write these laws that would bring prosperity for the first time to Main Street. So to make America great again. But instead, didn't happen. He's finding that these people that he brought in did not come in to share his goals to make America great again, but to enrich themselves and the industries they are still associated with, including the financial industry, the healthcare industry, the pharmaceutical industry, to bring great prosperity to themselves, not Main Street. So Trump is slowly learning these people he brought back in who are backstabbing him, like Jeff Sessions, who, by the way, Giuliani may be taking the place of Sessions. I doubt that'll ever happen. How are you going to get 50 Republicans to approve that? I don't think that'll happen, but that's what they're talking about. But think about it. Jeff Sessions stabbed him in the back. And all these billionaire businessmen and hedge fund managers, there's bankers, even Paul Ryan, the big pharma companies, the health insurance CEOs, all these lobbyists and lawyers from all these industries he brought in are stabbing him in the back. This is unbelievable. The people he brought into this administration are not writing laws or setting policies to make America great again or Main Street profitable again, but to enrich themselves and the industries they came from. What are you, nuts? Even Bernie Sanders. We'll talk about that when we get back. When he tried to get an amendment put in place to import pills. Wait till we talk about that. What's going on?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you an investor or considering investing in the stock market? At philsgang.com, we offer a multitude of comprehensive stock investing services and professional support to our members. With philsgang.com, you get professional guidance on basic and advanced technical stock analysis. And just like the pros, you will gain the knowledge to recognize stock buy and sell patterns. Unlike other services available, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team host daily interactive live streaming investing webinar classes and programs. You get Phil's Gang timely notifications on your phone or mobile device. And all Phil's Gang material is archived so you will never miss a beat. Plus, philsgang.com offers the best real-time stock charts for day traders and long-term investors. With clear charts, in-depth reports, and Phil's recommendations, philsgang.com makes it easy to learn and monitor your portfolio anytime from anywhere. If you're passionate about securing your financial future, check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
They offer a free weekend seminar class. They put big, dazzling names with their programs. But are they really just offering a sales pitch? At philsgang.com, we are the leader in teaching, informing, and helping members understand stock charting, investing in the stock market, and making true profits. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you could imagine. Plus, the philsgang.com friendly customer support team is available when you need us most. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market? Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of you, or your families, asking you to put yourself in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep you secure for the rest of your life. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Democrats will unveil our economic agenda It's called a better deal. It has three components. We're going to raise people's wages and create better paying jobs. And we're going to give them the tools they need to compete in the 21st century.
But wait a minute. What have they been doing for the last 8 years? They're going to do it now?
What do Democrats stand for? A better deal for working families. Higher wages, less costs, tools for the 21st century.
You had President though for 8 years. You had control of Congress for part of that time. What took so long, and why didn't it happen during the campaign?
Well, I don't know why it didn't happen in the campaign. We all take blame, not any.
Oh, my God. They are pathetic, aren't they? Are you kidding me? The Democrats disincentivized work with all the free stuff. They couldn't wait to give them free health care, free phones, free everything. Free education, food stamps, they doubled. Are you kidding me? Disability checks, they doubled. You didn't have to have a disability to get a disability check. Everything was free, free, free. Vote for me. Oh, now they're going to increase wages. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You know why it's not going to happen? Even if they wanted to increase wages, whether it was the Republicans or the Democrats, even if they got together to increase wages, it'll never happen because of the 1 percentile, the wealthiest people in America, who derive their income from the stock market, will not let wages go up in the companies that they derive profits from. The 1 percentile, their entire wealth is tied to stocks. Do you think they're going to let Congress, are you kidding me, do anything to raise wages, which will hurt the companies they're invested in? What are you, nuts? Let's go make some money.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
That's right. The MaxVest 1000 charts, the MV2, what a beautiful chart. It makes a difference. I promise you, it will make a difference in your life, your financial life, because everybody has to worry about retiring. And you're not going to make enough money from Social Security to retire. You're not going to make enough money from the 401k, a failed experiment. It was never designed for you to make money. It was for Wall Street to make money. A 1% fee takes 28% of your money. So at the end of 20 or 30 years, you think you got $1 million sitting there. Well, guess what? 1% takes 28%. But nobody gets charged just 1%. The average fee is 3%. 2%, and then there's 1% they hide. Think about that. You walk away with very little money when you're all done with your 401k. And not only that, but because the 1 percentile continues to create these artificial bubbles. They're called the bubble masters. We're in our third bubble. They'll let this bubble collapse too. Every bubble they let collapse. Every bubble they create the bubble, and they prick the bubble so it goes back down. Because people are not making enough money because wages are not going up. And when wages don't go up, they have to create bubbles. They have to create an economy. So what do? They make sure that they keep lowering interest rates. They keep giving you access to easy credit. And then they create another bubble, like the housing bubble, like the auto bubble we're in now. This is what they do. And then when the people are up to their neck in debt, they prick the bubble and let the market drop again. Then they start all over again. Are you kidding me? That is why it's so important that now that there is this bubble mania, that the 1 percentile or the bubble masters, you got to know when to get out. Yes, we are in a huge bubble. And this bubble can continue to grow. Don't think this bubble is just going to break. Because remember, they are now, they are hooked. The 1 percentile who makes a fortune, who's tied to the stock market, they're like hooked on cocaine. This cheap money. They're all hooked on it. Trump knows that. Trump knows he has to keep this market going. And they have to keep doing quantitative easing, which simply means they got to keep on dropping interest rates. The quantitative easing, the printing of money, is to drop the yields on the 10-year treasury. The more bonds the Federal Reserve buys, the more that yield drops, the interest rate drops, then they can offer cheap car loans, cheap home loans, cheap snowmobile loans, cheap furniture loans. That's how they build the economy. They're not going to get away from that. They're not going to get away from that. So you got to know when that bubble is going to crack. And that's the beautiful thing about if you're following a chart, the chart that I designed, the MV2, which is a color-coded chart, it tells you when this market is going to collapse. It tells you when a stock that you're buying or an exchange-traded fund you're buying is going to crack. It gives you advance notice. It gives you a warning. It tells you. It tells you.
We are not in a bubble territory or anything of the sort. Stocks actually are on the cheap side.
Cheap side? Cheap side? PE ratios at 17? PE ratios at 17? That's cheap? What are you, nuts? See, what they don't tell you is they don't tell you earnings to sales. They never talk about that. They talk about, price to sales. They never talk about, they always talk about price to book, profit margins, but they never talk about price to sales. Are you kidding me? There's no such thing as a cheap stock. So what you want to do is when you look at a stock market and you look, for example, at the S&P right now, I mean, the spiders, the Dow, I mean, up incredible. Every day making new historic highs. And people just take it for granted like it's going to keep going up. Don't you want to know when it's going to stop going up? When you were in the dot-com crash and you lost all your money, you got right back into the housing crash market, and then you didn't get out of that one either. You lost all your money in your 401ks. In your 401ks, you keep losing your money because you don't know when to get out. But let's put an end to that. And you can use my chart with individual stocks. You can use my chart with exchange-traded funds like oil or gold. Whatever exchange-traded fund you want to use. Retail. That's a beautiful way to invest. You got that safety net. 877-600-GANG. Call now. Join my gang. And for 30 days, try it. See what happens. We'll be right back after this break. 38 past the hour, 28 past the hour. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. No sales pitches, no boring seminars, no spaghetti dinners. At philsgang.com, we teach you technical analysis, how to read stock charts, and ultimately how to make money in the stock market. For only $39.95 a month or as little as $1.30 a day, you too can master investing in the stock market. philsgang.com provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, plus friendly customer support. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. They offer a free weekend seminar class. They put big dazzling names with their programs. But are they really just offering a sales pitch? At philsgang.com, we are the leader in teaching, informing, and helping members understand stock charting, investing in the stock market, and making true profits. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you could imagine. Plus, the philsgang.com friendly customer support team is available when you need us most. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market? Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Very encouraged. I think the earnings have been great.
Earnings have been doing much better than we were expecting, at least in this earnings season.
What's keeping the market higher right now are earnings.
Now we're seeing solid earnings.
There's no such thing as solid earnings. That's not what's going on. Just like the S&P, its PE ratio is over 25. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? Look, the stock market, forget about whether it's cheap, whether it's expensive. That's not what you pay attention to. I mean, a PE ratio tells you you're going to pay, if it's 17, you're willing to pay for every $1 of earnings, $17. 25 for $1 of earnings, you're willing to pay $25. That's a meaningless number. What you want to look at in a stock is real simple. When the stocks start going up, is there volume behind it? Is there enough buyers behind it? Are the institutions buying it? And when do the institutions get out? You know, the institutions always get out before anybody else. That's why they have the big buildings on Main Street or on Wall Street. Because they always get out before anybody else. You ever notice that? All the bubbles, all the stock market crashes, they're already out. Because they know when to get out. So once you want to follow them, once you want to get out when they get out, that's what you should care about. Never mind if a stock is cheap or not. The days where you bought a stock that was discounted and you got in, you held on it for years because it had good management, those days are over. There's not, who cares about PE ratios, forward, backward, price to sales, price to book, profit margins, operating margins, revenue per share, gross profits, value per share, operating cash flow, free cash flow. Who cares? All you want to do is now you're going to get into a discounted stock. Give you an example. Lowe's got hit real hard. Okay? Now, I don't care about Lowe's PE ratio. All I know, Lowe's got clobbered. It's dropped 16%. Now, that's telling me it's discounted by 16%. So I can make money on the stock, but I'm not just going to go buy it because it's now down 16%. I'm not going to catch a falling knife. So how do I know if it's going to go down even further? Because I put it on my chart. And now today's the first day we're seeing some of the institutions coming in, Vanguard Group, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price coming in and buying. They're starting to buy. Not enough. Not enough to commit yet. But isn't that nice? Not only did we know when to get out of this thing before it dropped 16%, now we know when to get into it. So on the way up, whether it goes up 5%, 10%, 20%, who cares about the value? Wall Street is going to drive that stock up if they want to drive it up. The institutions get together, say they all are like cattle. They follow each other. Let's drive the stock up. They all do. Look what they've done with the 5 stocks, the big FANG stocks. Are you kidding me? 5 stocks are driving this entire stock market. That is crazy. I mean, how can that be? Think about it. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Microsoft. This is crazy. Their values have increased by 50%. Or their value, I should say, by 82%. In other words, to put in perspective, take the other 494 stocks in the S&P 500. The value has increased from $17 trillion in January 2015 to $21 trillion today. That's $4 trillion in value. In other words, 6 stocks of the 500 stocks is responsible for 40% of that $4 trillion gain. Are you nuts? Everybody in the world is in these stocks. Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, but they'll never get out in time. They will never get out in time. Just like the dot-com days. The cab driver, everybody was a millionaire with stocks, but nobody got out in time. And it's the same thing right now. Everybody's in these stocks. That's all they buy. That's all people buy. And they're going to get killed. So we got a great opportunity for Lowe's. So when you join the gang, once that MV2 starts turning green, we'll let you know. Another one is Home Depot. Home Depot had another big, that thing dropped big time too. It dropped from $160 down to $144. And it's still going down. So you got people jumping and buying it today, buy on the pullback, buy on the pullback. They shouldn't be buying on the pullback. It's already dropped 10% and it's going lower, but they don't know when to get in. See, they're going to get in and lose money. But see, Lowe's, the difference with Lowe's now, we can see on our chart the institutions are starting to come into Lowe's. See, that's a big difference. We know that one they're coming into, but they're not coming into Home Depot yet, although both are on sale. And then when they rally, we'll take advantage of it. Take Ralph Lauren, one of our favorite stocks, Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren dropped 21%. It turned from green to red. We got out in time. We turned around and shorted it. It dropped 21%, so we could play that downside of 21%. Then she started to turn green. And now she's up 9%. Up 9%. What a comfort level that is to know as she's going up 9%, 10, 15, 20%, whatever she's going up, we'll have a signal well in advance to get out. So join the gang. Try it for 30 days. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Try it. At the end of 30 days, if you don't like it, if you don't think it makes sense, then fine. So join the gang. Follow me. And the other thing you can do is just follow the stocks that we're involved in. I'm involved in every day. The same 5 stocks. And then we have bonus stocks. Just follow the ones. I do a video every night after the market closes. I do a video on the stocks I'm engaged in. And you can do exactly what I'm doing. Just take a couple of minutes to look at the video and do exactly what I'm doing with those exact stocks. And everything's all archived. What a beautiful thing. You haven't got to worry. You haven't got to make any decisions. You do just what I do. And it's a video every night. Guide you. What a beautiful thing. All right. So here's the number. 877-600-GANG. All I ask is, look, if you start making money, you're a member of Phil's Gang, please send $19 a month to St. Jude. That's all we ask. $19 a month. They really appreciate it. And that $19 a month, you become a member of a special community of donors. And these people are really committed to saving these kids. And that $19 a month pays for the family. They never have to. They never receive a bill for St. Jude for treatment. No travel. No cost for housing, food. What a great program. It's only $19 a month. But don't send that money unless you're making money as a gang member. And we're going to help you do that so you can take care of St. Jude, okay? All right, I want to get back to this ridiculous, the amount that these people that Trump brought in, he surrounded himself, are screwing him. They're screwing him. Give you an example. His biggest promise was he's going to go ahead and make sure that laws are passed that we can import drugs from Canada, especially this cancer drug that they sell in Canada, $4 a pill, that we have to pay $1,000 a pill here in the United States. Well, Bernie Sanders introduced an amendment that would have paved the way for drug importation, especially this cancer-fighting pill. That's $4, $1,000 here. But both the head of the FDA, Gottlieb, and the head of the Health and Human Services, Tom Price, both were lobbyists for the healthcare company and for the big pharmaceuticals to protect the 20 biggest pharmaceutical companies whose profits are $124 billion a year, who they lobby for, opposed the amendment. And they organized 13 Democrats to kill the bill, citing safety reasons. Safety? What are you, nuts? You're killing our dogs with the stuff you send over from China. What about that? This is nuts. We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for a month.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Are you an investor or considering investing in the stock market? At philsgang.com, we offer a multitude of comprehensive stock investing services and professional support to our members. With philsgang.com, you get professional guidance on basic and advanced technical stock analysis. And just like the pros, you will gain the knowledge to recognize stock buy and sell patterns. Unlike other services available, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team host daily interactive live streaming investing webinar classes and programs. You get Phil's Gang timely notifications on your phone or mobile device. And all Phil's Gang material is archived so you will never miss a beat. Plus, philsgang.com offers the best real-time stock charts for day traders and long-term investors. With clear charts, in-depth reports, and Phil's recommendations, philsgang.com makes it easy to learn and monitor your portfolio anytime from anywhere. If you're passionate about securing your financial future, check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart as low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com. 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Bill Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
And so I don't see a bubble out there. I don't see excesses or imbalances that make me as concerned. We've been concerned about commercial real estate.
Oh, God, what? These people just lie. They don't see anything that's a concern. Are you kidding me? You got Facebook going up 42% so far this year, but the stock market's up 17%. But our economy has only grown 1.8%. So think about this. Think about it. If the economy's grown 1.8%, the stock market, let's go back to 2008. The stock market's going up 250%. That's the stock market. Our economy has grown GDP at 1.8%. So let's say 2%. So stock market goes up 256%, but the economy only grows 2% in the same 8 years? What are you, nuts? How does the stock market go up 256% if the economy's only grown 2%? And then again, take Facebook, up 42%. Wait a minute, the stock market is only up 17%. But Facebook's up 42%, Amazon's up 37%, Netflix up 49%. Are you kidding me? And Google is up 25%? And he sees nothing to be worried about? So these stocks are up on average 40%, but the stock market's up 17%. You don't call that a bubble? Now, I don't care. We're going to still buy Facebook. We're going to still buy these stocks. But we'll know when to get out. 99.9% of the people are not going to know when to get out of these stocks. And 99.9% of the people in the stock market are in one of these stocks. They got sucked into one of these stocks because it's easy money. Everybody's making money. But ask somebody right now that's in any one of these stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, get out today. Get out today. They won't get out. You can fight with them. They won't get out. Their greed keeps them in. So if I could stick a chart in front of your nose and say, what's the red? What's the red mean? They probably wouldn't even get out then. They fall in love with these stocks, just like the analysts, just like these guys, these dopes on CNBC and Fox and Varney and all these people. They start falling in love with their stock. Varney owns Microsoft. He's fell in love with it. Is he an idiot?
I do own some Microsoft, and I've done very, very well with it. In 13 weeks, this company made $6.5 billion.
Who cares?
Profit, double what it made last year.
Who cares?
That is $500 million in profit a week. Profit doubled. The cloud business took off.
What does that mean? Who cares about the profits?
Own some of it.
Who cares? But he's never going to get out in time. He will never get out in time. He's talking profits. Who cares about the profits? I want to know, when are the institutions leaving? When's Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Bank of New York Mellon? When is Dodge and Cox, Northern Trust getting out? That's what I want to get out. But nobody ever thinks about that. So look, join my gang. I'm going to be looking at Lowe's, which is a big discounted stock. Home Depot is a big discounted stock. And then you can follow me. You don't even need to get the MV2, the color-coded chart, right off the bat. Just follow me for 30 days. You'll see what I'm doing with the chart. Then you'll get it. Obviously, you'll get it even earlier than 30 days, because when you see it, you'll love it. It makes so much sense. Okay, I want to finish this up, because this is really upsetting. Trump has put people around him that are snakes. He thought he would bring them in because he thought they all had experience in human, in the healthcare services and big pharma. He brought in all the lawyers that represented these companies and all the CEOs, all these billionaires who own a lot of stock in these companies. Thought they would all work with him. Yeah, well, they don't work with anybody except themselves. But here's the thing. So Bernie Sanders puts in an amendment that would give us an opportunity to buy our drugs from Canada. $1,000 a pill here. It's only $4 over there. We could bring it over here and buy it for $4 instead of $1,000. A cancer pill. Well, guess what? These two birds that Trump put in the position of Human Services, Tom Price, and this guy Gottlieb, head of the FDA, went and got 13 Democrats to kill the bill because they were both lobbyists. They both worked for pharmaceutical companies. Their loyalties to pharmaceutical companies and themselves. And what they cited is safety. Well, wait a minute. What about the melamine? If the FDA and the Health Human Service directors are so concerned about our safety, then why do they allow China to export to our grocery store shelves food that's contaminated with this melamine? And it's been found in well-known brands like Mars, Heinz, Cadbury, which has killed our pets, killed some infants. Seafood. Look at this. They export 4.8 billion pounds of seafood to us each year, the Chinese. But what does the FDA do? They only inspect 1.3% of the 4.8 billion. Why? Because the FDA, these two guys, who their companies make a fortune off of this stuff, dropped the number of inspections on this fish from 1,245 to 13. They also cut their budget to make sure inspectors from the FDA could not travel to China to inspect the plants that our food is processed from. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? So Trump thought, by appointing to his administration these former pharma lobbyists, lawyers, and employees to head the FDA and the Health and Human Services, they would have the inside knowledge and experience, what he thought, to reach his goals, to help him reach his goals. Just like companies hire former IRS agents for their accounting departments or defense contractors, like Boeing always hires Pentagon defense the guys who worked at the Pentagon, the inspectors, they hire them when they retire, the former Pentagon inspectors, because you think, well, they know the inside. That's what Trump thought. Instead, the only thing they are doing with their experience is to make sure they're transferring whatever prosperity that Main Street has to Wall Street, biggest banks, hedge funds, defense contractors. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? This is crazy. The president said he'd close special interest loopholes that have been so good for Wall Street investors, but unfair to American workers. Remember that? Well, guess what? He appoints billionaire financier Steven Schwarzman to that position. Instead of closing loopholes, he increased the loopholes in the last short 6 months he's been in office by 23% to help himself and his friends on Wall Street. The coal industry, Schwarzman, same thing, same guy. Since 1965, there's been a program that's spent $23 billion helping communities in the coal states to fund job retraining, provide social services to families out of work and the miners. They need all kinds of help, these people. They're getting fired left and right. You know what? He just cut the entire program. He just cut the entire program. I thought we were supposed to help the miners. Let me tell you, Trump has behind him a coup that's going on against him, a stealth-like coup. Instead of putting the right people around him, he put bad people around him. And he better start figuring this out quick. Just like the tax cuts. Do you think the tax cuts are going to go forward? No, they're not. But here's what I need to do. When I go to bed at night, I got to think about, do I have enough money to retire? You got to think about, do you have enough money to retire? We'll never fix Washington. So let's forget about Washington. Let's forget about their tax cuts, forget about their coal industry, forget about all that. If they want to hallucinate about prosperity, let them do it. They want to tell us the stocks are still good value, let them think that. All I want to know is when I put in money in Lowe's or I put money in Home Depot after they've been discounted big, I just want to know when to get out. Look, I can't promise you that I'm going to make you money. I can't promise that. I can't promise you that you're going to retire and you're going to be happy. What I can promise you is that I designed a chart that at least gives you a fighting chance that if you got in a stock in your 401k and you're up now, let's say you got into 401k and you got lucky and you're part of this 256% rally. Do you want to give it back again? You're going to. First of all, the fees are going to kill you. But you want to know, when do I get out? When do I get out? And I can give you that. I can reach out and give you that. And you'll see, you start today in 30 days, and you don't have to buy the membership and buy the chart at once. Just buy the membership first. In the next few weeks, just follow me and follow every night after the radio show. I do a video on the stocks we're engaged in. Just do what I'm doing. That's all. Try it for a month. 877-600 gang. They're waiting for your call now. $39.95.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.